Now, I don't mind telling you that I'm feeling pretty smug right now, and that's because the garden is looking really good. It's got loads of energy in it, it's verdant, it's green, and it's happy, despite the fact that we're in the middle of one of the worst heat waves we've had in decades in the UK. Now, one of the main reasons for that is because I rely heavily on these bits of tech, because I spend a lot of time away, and I can't manually water. I picked up this Gardena Aquabloom L off the internet about 3 weeks ago and tested it on my channel. That video is doing really, really well, and I think the main reason is because this is just a great bit of kit. So I had to pick up the smaller brother. Look at that thing, really compact, sits in the palm of your hand, looks great, and I can't wait to see what it can do. Now this is going to be so easy because I've already got an irrigation set up and it's plugged into the larger of the two systems. Now it's already about 20% over what this thing says it can do on the box. So I'm literally just going to exchange the pipes over and plug it into this one, which means this is going to be running at about double what it suggests the capacity is for this thing, which I think is 20 plants. So this is going to be running about 40 emitters, and I'm going to show you whether it can do it or not. I don't know the answer to the question, but I suspect it's yes. On the in, just like that, that's where the water comes from. I'm going to take that, put that straight on the out, and that's where the water goes. Let's turn it on. Now I can tell you now it's got its work cut out because it's got to run all of those pots. It's got to run an empty section there, which is ready for pots if they're needed in the particularly hot weather. It's got to run all of these pots here, and there's about 10 emitters in that lot, and then it's got to run all of these two beds here, and there's about 10 emitters in that lot as well. So there's about 10 there, 10 there, 10 there, and about 10 over there. So 40 emitters in total. Right, let's go to the first one. I'm pretty sure it's going to be running that. And yes, it is. Okay, that's about 5th in the line, 7th in the line. That's about 20 in the line. Okay, that's about 28. That's about number 30 in the line. And it's still going. Let's have a look. The end dripper there. That's going. Bloody hell. I thought we were going to reach its limit. And I think we have. It's not pressurizing that end dripper there. But look, that rate is pretty good for at least 20 to 25 of the drippers. So there you have it. I finally defeated one of these systems. And although it outperformed its spec on the box, I realised why it didn't do as well as I actually thought it was going to do. And principally that's because I was running this off the larger emitters, the 2 litre an hour emitters, which is designed for the bigger unit. This is only designed for the half a litre an hour drippers. That's really quite incredible because this has a less pressure output capability than this, yet it still managed to do it. So if I was going to run this on the half litre an hour emitters like it's recommended, then you can probably run about 60 of those emitters. So that's 60 pots. Think about how much of a balcony you could water with that, or a large terrace if you're only using pots. You know, what a capable little thing. You scale that up to this, then you've got almost a complete irrigation system in a solar powered box. I think that's awesome. Anyway, my next video is going to be all about scaling this thing up to the max. I reckon I can run this entire 100 by 30 foot garden on just a single solar powered box from Gardena. Now that is really going some, but I'm going to try. So look out for that. And remember, stay safe, subscribe and give a thumbs up. Ciao for now.